This is the best way to play with Thomas Andre. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? NoGoodEman coming to you today with a Thomas Andre guide video. So guys, Thomas literally just released and we have him quite literally maxed out. We just finished streaming and we just finished testing him from literally A0 all the way to advancement 10, guys. Weapon and skill enhancements in all. So guys, now is the best time to drop a guide video because we need to talk about how you need to play with them to get the best results. But before we get into that, make sure you guys leave a like on the video. As always, if you're new, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a live or an upload. Now, first and foremost, let's talk what is the best advancement for Thomas Andre, whichever you prefer him. For you guys that's light spenders, free to play alike, I think you guys will benefit from shooting for advancement 3 for Thomas Andre. The overgrowth effect is just honestly super crazy. And really quickly, let's just go ahead and get into the passive details. So when Thomas Andre uses absolute demolition, colossal crush, gigantic hammer slam, or volley crash, it activates overwhelming power. What this will do, it's going to increase his defense by 10% and increase his shield acquisition chance by 2%. Over a duration of 25 seconds, this can stack up to 5 times. So you're looking at a max defense increase of 50% and a max shield acquisition chance of 10%. So very good. Again, this is at advancement 0. So very nice, very lovely. The user's power gauge will not be charged and there will be no cooldown. Instead, Ruler's Judgment just becomes available when overwhelming power stacks 5 times. And Ruler's Judgment is just his ultimate skill. That is what's going to enhance him into the Steel Tyrant. But going back into his passives, advancement 0, this one is crazy. In team fight mode, the user's damage dealt increases by 24%. So I am very excited to see a light day power of destruction or a light week power of destruction. However that works now, it's going to be super crazy and insane. If we keep along, advancement 1, when the user gains a shield effect, it activates the overwhelming power effect. Honestly, overwhelming power, again, like we said right here. So anytime he gets a shield, basically you're going to get overwhelming power, which what that will do at advancement 1, that'll help you get your ultimate ready. So your Ruler's Judgment, because remember, each and every time you get stacks of overwhelming power, when you get 5 stacks of that, you get Ruler Judgment becoming available. So advancement 1 basically helps you get your ultimate faster. It gets you your transformation faster. And yeah. At advancement 2, increases shield acquisition chance by 8%, so you have a higher chance to get shield. And then when the shield is active, it increases the user's critical hit rate and damage by 10%. So you're getting a boost to your critical hit rate and your damage, which is very, very cool and nice. And we don't want to stop there because, again, here's where I say it is very, very good, guys. The overgrowth effect is applied when a shield effect is active. Now, really quickly, let's skip a little down to talk about overgrowth. The user's shield shatters into sharp fragments, dealing light AoE damage equal to 200% of Thomas Andre's defense. And then for every 1,000 shield effects applied, the damage of overgrowth increases by 100%, increasing up to a maximum of 1,000, guys. So overgrowth, all in all, this is why I said advancement 3, you're gonna see some crazy numbers. And when I was testing it, I found that the advancement 3 time, as far as testing on floor 35 of Battlefield of Trials, I think it's called, it was half the time of advancement 0. So guys, you definitely want to at least shoot for advancement 3. If you get anything higher, the more the better. Of course, this is a half-year anniversary unit, so the devs did not pull their punches when making this monstrosity. Now, here's what I'll also say, right? Let's keep on talking about the rest of advancement 3 real quick. If the last hit of Colossal Crush lands while Steel Tyrant is active, it activates overgrowth as well. So Colossal Crush, that is his basic skill 2, and then Steel Tyrant, that is the skill, or that is the weaponized mode. That is this mode. that is his transformation. So when he is a Steel Tyrant and he uses Colossal Crush, that also will activate overgrowth. Now, let's keep it going. Advancement 4, this just increases the defense by 16%. Now, I will say this is a lot, right? And the damage, this does scale. When I tested this out from advancement 3 to advancement 4, there was a pretty hefty jump in DPS. So advancement 4 is definitely nothing to glance over, even though it's literally just 4 letters or 4 words. But advancement 5, finally, while the Steel Tyrant effect is active, it increases the damage of Black Hole Crash by 125. And then Black Hole Crash is essentially the second half of Thomas Andre's ultimate skill. So The user gathers a power of a black hole in their fist and unleashes and then strikes the ground, unleashing a gravitational pull. This does the damage that you see here, 4,680 at level 7 of the user's defense, light elemental damage, and then for every 1,000 shield effects applied to the user, the damage of black hole increases by 2% to a max of 20, and then when he uses it, it expends all of their shield effects. And then when the user uses this skill, it also removes the overwhelming power effect. And then Steel Tyrant, when you guys do transform into a Steel Tyrant, the damage of Absolute Demolition and Colossal Crush, which are just the basic skills 1 and 2, that is going to increase by 100%. And then when the user uses Absolute Demolition or Colossal Crush again, they keep the shield effects they gain for 10 seconds. It's also going to change the Ruler's Judgment, so that exact ultimate is going to change the Black Hole Crash. The user's damage taken decreases as well, defense will increase, and then he will get a shield equal to 10% of the user's defense. And then if you didn't see the rest of the skills in the kit, we have the basic attacks, we have the core attacks, we have basic skill 1, basic skill 2, we have our support skill, which this one is very nice. It's going to give Genu a shield, increases critical hit rate and damage, and give him, like I said, a shield equal to a certain amount of Thomas's defense. And then we have his QTE skill, which honestly, very cool QTE skill. I don't know how accurate it's going to be, but definitely, guys, Thomas Andre is a monster. He's a monstrosity. And we didn't even talk about his freaking glasses, right? Because his hunter exclusive weapon is just his glasses, right? Because he's the true king. But this is going to increase his defense by 16% and then also increase shield acquisition chance by 24%. And then we did end up maxing this out day 1. Again, this wasn't too smart on my end, but again, for testing purposes, we just ended up doing it. I didn't really care all too much, but guys, increases the user's attack, defense, and HP by 15% as well. That is what you get from buffing it all the way to advancement 10. You get that extra buffs on the back end. Now, if we're talking Thomas Andre, what is the most important skills you guys want to be using or focusing for upgrades? If we're talking upgrades, guys, you need to be upgrading his ultimate skill, his basic skills 1 and 2, along with his core attack. These are the 4 most important skills. If you want a specific order, the ultimate is definitely one of the most important skills in his kit, right? But of course, if we have to put like more numbers to it, the basic skills, I find these of equal importance, to be honest. So really just equalize them out. And then the core attack is also super important. And then of course you want your basic attack to be somewhat high as well. I don't want that QTE to be as low, because when you guys run him with Gogen He, keep in mind that I need to find out which advancement that it actually is at, so it matters. For you guys that have Gogen He at advancement 5, when he does use his ultimate Supernova, he's going to activate Will of the Fragment, which is going to increase QTE damage by 150% for all team members. So it's definitely, and critical hit damage. So I don't know why I glanced over that part, but 20-second duration. So when you guys QTE with Thomas Andre, 150% damage increase to his QTE volley crash is definitely super important. So that's definitely something to note. That's why I will say upgrade that as well. Now, if we're going to talk artifacts, I personally am a big fan right now of the 4-piece Palace Guard set along with the 4-piece Burning Curse set. I think this is one of the greater sets for Thomas Andre currently in the game, and something that I will say, 2 other sets that I do think will be viable that I just haven't gotten around to trying is going to be 8-piece Curse with, but just 8-piece Curse as one of the sets, and then 4-piece Warmonger with 4-piece Curse on the right side is the other set. Now, I will say that other sets did get a buff right now. If we're talking outstanding ability, this damage increase numbers is at 60, and even Executioner, this damage increase number is also at 60. So definitely there's going to be other sets to look about, so just keep an eye on that, guys. And with that, what do you guys think of the big boy Thomas Andre? He's definitely been a monster of monsters, and day 1, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm loving the character. Go ahead and leave your thoughts, theories, and comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Peace.